All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. It's currently coming up on 9:17 in the morning. And we have a couple gappers this morning, a couple repeat offenders here. Nothing spectacular. There's no major movement like yesterday, but we got some decent movement. We'll go over those in a minute. First, we're going to go over the rules of the day. These rules are to help remind me what state I was in when I go back and look at these videos, so I know, what I was trading that day or how I was trading or supposed to be trading that day. All right, my rules and everything are down here right at the bottom. I'm currently in Trader Rehab because of a slew of bad decisions lately. I'm trying to get back on track. I am in paper trade mode. This is Thinkorswim's paper trade. So I'm just going to trade like normal, but it's paper. So a hard stop is required. Only place an order when a stock presents a setup on the 5-minute chart. I'm looking for bull flags and bear flags, like this one right here. Actually, this is a nice bull flag pull back to the 9. I would have entered. Well, there was actually a small false pop right there, but this is pre-market. I don't trade pre-market. Number 4, only trade between 9:30 and noon. See, no pre-market. And do not chase an entry. If you weren't ready, wait for another setup. And lastly, I added this because of some oversized trades yesterday. I'm going to size trades according to a $200 risk level. And what I've done, I've made this little chart for me. Basically, pick whichever risk level you're wanting to trade at. For me, it's $200. And then you look at the trade you're about to take and you say, okay, where would my stop be? Okay, my stop's going to be 25 cents below my entry, so I would trade 800 shares. So this allows me to just look over really quick and figure out my share size that I should be getting in at according to that specific trade. And I'm going to keep this off to the side here on one of my other screens, and that'll allow me to size my trades quickly. Besides that, I've got 4 stocks on the watch list this morning. One of them is AUVI. It had a nice jump of like almost $5, $4. And DLPN, which was a mover from yesterday, it moved a lot more. I traded this yesterday, as you can see over here. This was my big money maker yesterday, and it has climbed significantly more. I was in at 11 something yesterday, and it's up to 38. So yeah, wow. I don't know how much more it has in it. And another one is PLBY. It's really choppy overnight, so I'm not sure about this one, but it is up. And lastly, one we've seen a lot of lately, ZKIN. Looks like she's been trying to pull back, but then just suddenly she took off. There's some news on it. Looks like it's they're looking at acquiring something. Online gaming assets. All right. Well, we'll see how all that goes. I will pause this recording until I have something of note, and we'll bring you back. All right, I'm looking at going short on this. We're going to put it down at 69.43. I'm hoping I get another pullback candle. But we're going to see. And the way I see it is she has basically flushed because of they made an offering last night. And she's pulled back almost to the 9. I'm hoping she does another candle and pulls back close to the 9 here. Or really the 9 comes down to it. And then get on the next flush. I have sized my trade accordingly. I've got a 200 share trade. because my stop is about $1, and I'm risking 200 bucks on this. All right, and there it is. It just got me in. I'm looking for $300 out of this. So 200 shares. For some reason my brain is not working here. So at $1.50. So $1.50 down from 69.37 is 68.37. 67. What? 75. It's actually 67.87. All right, we'll let this play out. And there it is. Got me out 300 bucks even. I'm really happy with the trade identification, the entry, the sizing. I think I did really well sizing my risk. The only thing I could have done better, I think, would be, I think I should have been just following this down on the stop, like just following with my stop instead of putting a target. Because if I did that, then I could have made more. I could have gotten half out at, the $300 mark and then held it, because it got down to 67.13. It popped down there though, so I don't, or flushed down there. It didn't stay there, so it would have been hard to catch. But if she continues down, I could still be in right now. But I'll take it. Small lessons learned. Things went really well. I think the trade was good. So on to the next. All right, next on the target, or next on the chopping block, whatever you want to call it here, is LUMO. She has climbed up. Don't just stop short of 1350. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Hasn't quite touched the 9. I am sized in at a stop at 1290. Entry there, which is 34 cents, which gives me, for my $200 risk for the day, I'm at a 571 share entry. Entry at 1325. My target would be 68-cent target, which would be $13.93, so just short of 14 bucks. All right, we're in. I went ahead and set my target, and I'll be setting here with my finger on the trigger to stop out halfway between this 9 and 20. So currently that's around 1294. Oh, Jesus. I'm just realizing I was not paying attention. The volume is horrible. I missed one of my checks. We'll give it a second to see what she does. If she even climbs a little bit, I'm probably just going to hop out of this. You know what? I'm getting out. $5.71 loss. I missed one of my checks. I shouldn't have traded this at all. So I'm going to take what I can get out of it, even if it's a minor loss. I should have been paying attention to the volume. When a candle has 13,000 shares on it, I shouldn't have even touched it. It doesn't have the volume to make it pop the way I want. So, small lesson there. Didn't lose much. So, yeah, on to the next. All right, next on the list here is FNKO. She has climbed. Actually, yesterday's high was 21.17, so hit 21.20 and pulled back hard from it. And now she's trying to regain strength. I'm getting in at the break of this candle here. My stop is down here between, it's like 1980, between these two averages. And my target is just short of 2022. So we'll set it at like 21.95. Looks like it's about to grab me. I'm a little antsy about this one because of that big topping tail at the pop, but it has consolidated nicely, and the topping tail is explained by the resistance from yesterday's high. So I'm hoping that, there it just got in, I'm hoping that it gains strength, gets up there, and breaks through it. All right, I'm not liking this action. I went ahead and got out. $36 win. Could have been a lot more, but you know, hey, take what we can get. Really quick follow up to my FNKO trade. I didn't like the way it was trading, and I dumped it. I think at 2092, and look what it's done since then. Yeah, I mean, one, you really shouldn't look back on your trades and do this. Accept what you did. You did it for a reason. But when you see something like this, it just makes you feel justified. My target was much higher. It was up close to 22. It never got there, and she dumped hard. And the whole reason I dumped it was because of this topping tail candle here previously. It showed that kind of movement earlier. And when it jumped up here, broke through it, and pulled back hard, I was like, I don't like it. Get out. And luckily I did. I got a little bit of a profit, and then she collapsed. So, all right, a little update on that trade, and now let's go summarize the day. All right, here's the summary of the day. 3 trades, and really three really good setups, but one of them was not a really good trade because LUMO was a really good looking setup, but in my haste of going through all my checks, I overlooked volume. There was no volume there. I mean, 10,000 shares per candle, that ain't going to cut it. That's not going to produce the pops that I want. So when I noticed that, when it basically just died, like came to a halt and just sat there after my entry, I got concerned, and then I paid attention to the volume. And when I seen it, I dumped it. Took a small loss. I'll take that. The PLL, that was a great trade. Beautiful setup. It was a short, and it went right to what I thought it was going to. That's great. FNKO, decent setup and a really good exit because of what I had noticed from the pattern earlier. So it was a small profit, but it wasn't a loss. So good execution, good intuition on knowing when to get out. So good day. $329.86 day. And for those wondering, my risk today was $200. So I really knocked my risk level back today to what I think is a manageable risk. So on each trade, I sized my entry according to a $200 probability loss, or $200, maximum loss. And I'll tell you, I was really comfortable, and it was a nice day of trading, and it's only 10:30. So I'm going to wrap this up, get the video done, and enjoy the rest of my day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.